Once again, this is the season finale of Eden Fractal at our new time. This Eden Fractal Respect Game is starting at 15 UTC. We just had this great episode of Eden Town Hall, great event where we talked about the Zaal, lots of things about Zao and Zaal topics. We talked about Zaal's new work with Sparks and the Zao Games and Zao Empire. So encourage people to check out the Eden Town Hall episode 85, 86, I think it is. And now we're going to play a respect game with Zao, Rosmari, and I, and anybody else who may join. So EdenFractal.com has details about it. We're working on optimizing collective decision making for all with fractal consensus processes, respect games, etc. You guys know it well. We publish new videos here about the new time change and the end of season proposals that were approved during the last Eden Town Hall. So for anybody who missed it and hasn't been following along in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat, we do have this new time, 14 UTC, that will be returning at for the Eden Fractal community events. Town Hall will start at 14 UTC and Respect Game will start at 15 UTC, and we're returning on September 10th. So that's kind of like the little news that we have for our Eden Fractal community going forward. And with that, I think we can just go ahead and play the respect game. So I see Zaal said that he'll go first. That's cool. So that is cool, Zaal. You can share what you've done. We'll just play the respect game and share what we've done to contribute to Eden Fractal's mission and vision of helping all communities and organizations have the tools and methods to make the best decision making possible and to implement fractal decision making processes for society. So the floor is all yours, Zaal. If you want to go ahead and share your screen and share some of this stuff. Yeah, I know you just shared a lot during Town Hall, but maybe if you want to focus more on anything that you built, particularly over the past 2 weeks, then would love to hear it again, or love to hear anything else you didn't share yet.
Yeah, for sure. So the biggest thing I did, and the first thing I wanted to tell you guys about that I forgot about, is I did a partnership with Cashless Man, for Zooster is what I'm gonna call it, and it's leveraging what he's built with Booster. Let me find the actual post. Okay, yeah. So I'm teaming up with Zaal for the Zao Games. If you're here to support the Zao Games, turn on auto likes for them. So if you go to the Booster mini app, you can go to your profile and there's a little Zabal auto like, and you can automatically like Zabal Games cast. So what I can do here is I can just go home and do ZM talking about the Zabal Games in Eden Fractals. Exciting times ahead. And then I'm gonna pop this in the Zabal channel, and then immediately that is gonna get a XYZ amount of likes. So trying to leverage different toolings, and then gonna continue to build on top of Sparks, which I had mentioned here. Um, Interesting. Okay, GitHub. There we go. Um, so I mentioned Spark. So building Spark specifically geared towards Zooster here, which is going to be this about auto-like functionality and feature, and just going to take over the Farcaster timeline and leverage some of the tooling that's here to really share in this last month of the Zabal Games coming up here, where we're going to do our big media push. So really excited. Big thing I'm building is the Zabal Games right now. Um, yeah, you can check it out. Lots of fun things going on. Let me see um, if there is. Let me just submissions. So we do have a bunch of awesome submissions that people like. This one came in today, which was freaking phenomenal, by Pascaline, which I saw on Farcaster because she posted and tagged me, and then other folks have also created different things. So I need to actually check out everything. I'm gonna probably do it on stream later today at some point, and you can see all of the fun different things that people have put. And anyone can look at all of this. The goal is to just add more distribution for everyone that's building in this space and that wants to build and vibe code and do these things together, and ultimately leverage this tooling. So yeah, I'm excited, and yeah, that's my share.
All right, thanks a lot, Saul. Sounds awesome. I didn't quite totally understand the first thing you shared. There was that
Yeah.
integration, there's that collaboration you
Oh, I
did
didn't
with
finish
somebody,
sharing the screen
Booster or
really
something.
quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the app itself is called Booster,
Uh-huh.
and it lets you pay for likes to specific people, so people can opt in to you can boost specific casts. So
Mm-hmm.
if I press boost here, I can pay for 10 likes of a minimum amount of followers, or like and recast, or like or recast. And we've set this one up specifically such that it's not paid initially. It's just like a toggle that you turn on for
Mm-hmm.
Zabal auto likes, but I'm also able to capture how many people are liking different things. So the goal is to use the token to play around with some incentives to kind of make this loop opportunity. So now if I go to, oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, I guess it just didn't show it. So it says 49 likes. So we have 49 different people, including me, which is why the auto liked it. Participating in it so far, which is exciting. So the goal is to get people that have maybe been not as active on Farcaster recently, but still part of my community to pop in, turn that on and add their value of support. So it's like we always say like likes are free. So the opportunity here is to like add that autonomously a little bit for a specific topic. And now what could we do, especially with Booster, with different topics and different potential other collaborations there. So yeah.
All right,
What it
fascinating.
is.
Thank you so much, Zaal, for the great work. That's really interesting about about the booster and everything else you shared there too. So I have a lot to learn, Zal. You are doing a lot of research into the Farcaster ecosystem, and so I'm excited to learn about this too, and really appreciate it. It's like it's like a treasure trove of knowledge and all these cool innovations that you're building with. So really appreciate you looking into all this and building with it and sharing with us here at Eden Fractal.
Yeah, to be honest with you, and I'll go back one step as well and just do a little quick shout out to the CEF, which is
Hmm.
the Clanker Eagles is the fund distributed by the GM Farcaster team because they do a lot of cool things and they actually have their news at GM Farcaster. They have their news, and that's how I keep up with everything. So it's like you say it's a treasure trove. I'm learning it all from these two gals, and it's been a lot of fun and a blessing. And there is also a Farcaster account called Warpy. It might be warpy.eth. I don't know, but no, yep, Warpy. Yep, warpy.eth. And you can actually ask this AI agent anything about the GM Farcaster knowledge base. So I could be like, at warpy.eth, what do you know about Zal's what do you know about Zal's projects? We'll say. And based on and from what episodes and based on what transcripts they've said and what different things that have been part and put into the API knowledge base of the GM Farcaster team is all right here. So it gives that cool opportunity. It's pretty cool and definitely excited to see how we can kind of keep on growing.
Awesome. Yeah, it makes me think that we should do something similar to that too. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you did an episode with Adrian, who's one of the co-hosts of GM Farcaster, and she built that, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yeah, she talked about that as well and how she did it. So I think you would definitely appreciate and like that conversation. Anyone else as well who's interested in doing something around like knowledge bases around podcasts. So
hmm
yeah.
yeah, that was one of the tabs I opened up on zabalgames.com. I saw that and was interested. And yeah, I remember I watched you, I believe you were on the GM Farcaster podcast like 8 months ago or something like that. I enjoyed listening to that one as well. So, and I've listened to probably 10, 20 episodes that they've done. I haven't tuned in lately, but I'm excited about the Farcaster ecosystem and it makes me want to listen to more other episodes to get a better understanding of what's going on there. So, yeah, thanks for learning about and sharing all the information that's going on in the Farcaster ecosystem. And it seems like it seems like a great place to build and something that can really synergize with what we're doing here in Eden Fractal and Fractal communities in general with all the open source innovation there. Okay, sounds good. If there's anything else you want to share, Zal, then feel free. I see Rosmari back and sharing a heart. Rosmari, if you want to share anything, then you're welcome to. I know last time you just wanted to participate in helping to reach consensus, so that's also cool if that's what you like as well. I see Zaal spin up the heart. And
Yeah, I
Zaal,
just want to say thank you. I'm excited. I did. Excuse me. I think the fractals will have a much bigger role here in our space, and I'm excited to see how we grow and can give the opportunity to help leverage the things that have been built here over years and years and years, and just like start to experiment with these tools and use cases and get people thinking about how they can create their own. So yeah, I just appreciate these each week and excited to go into the break here and see what everyone kind of comes back with.
you're very welcome. And I appreciate you coming here and sharing all the work with us. And yeah, I'm excited for what we come back with in the break too. I think there'll be big things. Rosmari, I saw you unmuted there.
Yeah, I want to also share how excited I am to hear the progress of the Zao community, and have been following up some of the progress for the Fractal community and being a supporter all the way in the background. So I'm very excited for what's to come and what's been built so far. I think we're making progress, and yeah, excited to participate more in the Respect game in the future.
Sounds good. Here. I agree, and I appreciate that, Rosmari. I'm very excited as well. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Would you like to share anything else now, or would you like me to go and I can share my contributions to the Respect game whenever we're ready?
I know, sharing love.
Thank you for sharing love. Much appreciated. I'm sharing love too. Okay, this sounds good. So I suppose I'll go ahead and share my contributions now. Or as soon as put up the heart, maybe I'll put up a heart. I don't know if you know, but if you do, you can send the effect like that. So we got hearts all around now. I'll go through the hearts here. It can be like a little video game, heart dodge, but not really dodging hearts, but maybe heart, 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 heart. All right.
Heartful.
Good, cool.
Heartful.
Heartful, yeah. That's a good one. Loveful. That's a good song by the Cranberries. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now and share some of the stuff that I've been up to lately. I've also been a busy man lately over the past weeks, and I will share some of my contributions. Dancing Joy. I want to update the website, dancingjoy.com, because a lot of stuff that's outdated there, but there's still some stuff that people can find there. And so I mentioned that we had the other episodes that I hosted from the past, from 2 weeks ago. So that's like a little bit of contribution, just I hosted those. But then I've been starting to use AI to generate contribution reports. And actually last time my contribution report wasn't ready because I've been trying this new system where I'm generating HTML files with the contribution report. And so that one's now published, the one from July 2nd to July 16th with my previous week contributions, just showing that because it wasn't shown last time. But I followed up. So I suppose 2 weeks or 4 weeks, over the past month, I was working a lot on the Eden Fractal Constitution and Firmament, starting to think about a potential new community and a foundation, preparing Season 12 to 13 transition, and then working on some technical designs regarding respect trees, agendas, different kinds of games, and also did a lot of research into DUNA and UNA legal structures, and worked on Eden Creator's cooperating system AI tooling. And a lot of my work over the past couple weeks has been a continuation of that. So over the past 2 weeks, I suppose it could be organized into 6 bodies of work. One, in addition to hosting the events, I also worked on those proposals and follow-up proposals to move the events 2 hours earlier to make it the time zone easier for Tadas and other Eastern European participants, and also provide this time for rest and more kind of like focused execution during the summer break. I also went back and forth with Tanya several times too. She was planning to come speak about her reference book project, which I read, which is very interesting. And then I welcomed her to join next season instead because she said that she couldn't make it this season. I worked a lot on a nonprofit design and learned a lot about board structures and governance and the sequence that I can use to start a nonprofit. And then I did a lot of study on legal wrappers and DUNAs, continuing. DUNA stands for Decentralized Unincorporated Nonprofit Association, which I think is a pretty good legal structure for fractal communities, and built a lot of research libraries there. I also worked a lot on designing, I started thinking again about designing community coins and gardens, and also respect distributions for Eden Fractal in that potential new community that I'm thinking about. And worked a lot on charting financial sustainability and value accrual and how to grow and so forth, and then worked a lot more on the cooperating system for Eden creators, and build a bunch of AI skills and playbooks and stuff like that that I think can eventually be useful for other fractal communities as well, but are currently facilitating a lot of the work that I've been doing, like processing transcripts and so forth, because over the past like 2 months I think I've recorded like 100 different voice memos that are like on average like an hour or two, and it's been a learning experience, learning how to process all this with AI and have it like turn into the work that I'm envisioning. I've had a lot of visions about how to grow fractals, and so I've been turning that into more durable documents and plans and tasks and projects and so forth, and learning how to do that along the way. So you could see a little bit here about some numbers about all these voice memos and research that was done. There's more details here about I suppose each one of these. I had made that ORDAO proposal here, which I think is linked. Hopefully it's linked. Just about changing the time. We tried this new thing where we kind of scheduled the event with an ORDAO proposal. I met with Zaal actually about 2 weeks ago, right after the last event, and we just had a quick catch up and quick chat, and then we just had that great discussion at the Eden Town Hall. And then I worked on the skills to improve like community engagement processes based on some discussions I had this week. And I started thinking about the nonprofit more. I looked into a lot of comparable nonprofits like Metagov, the Computational Democracy Project, RadicalxChange, and also Sync, which was a nonprofit that was created by the Fractally team a while ago. So I was learning about how they did these things. I was also looking into software licensing as well. There's some interesting kinds of new licenses out there, like the Public Prosperity License, or Prosperous Software License, I think it's called, that aims to provide funding for open source software creators. So lots of work there, learning about the foundation and that I'm planning to start up. So learned a lot there, and organizing that research, and I'm excited to dive deeper into that over the break. I know I said that I wanted to start that like 4 months ago during the last break, but I just didn't have a chance, and so I'm glad I've had a lot more time to research this and get a better understanding, so I can get it started over the break. And then also did a lot of research into DUNAs, so I've been learning about this for the past year or so, but I listened to several podcasts and organized a bunch of projects and documents, and really had the time to dive in deep to how Nouns DAO, Uniswap DAO, some other projects like VDAO and Syndicate and Towns and Shape. I kind of did an overview of all the different, I suppose, experiments with DUNAs, or at least major experiments, as well as the different kinds of providers they use and so forth. And I'm thinking about how this would be a really useful kind of legal wrapper that can help support fractal communities. And then I also, I had this creative period regarding community coin. I was thinking about how you can have a system with Firmament where you can actually have, say, like a community coin where you could have like a community who's like truly autonomous and sovereign over a liquid coin, while still being compliant with laws around the world. So did a lot of research into that. And it's kind of a little bit related to what you were thinking about, Zaal, with the sparks too. So I'm interested to explore that more. So I did a lot of research there, and then shared that. Went back to my prior ideas about gardens. So more details here on the screen. There's stuff about financial sustainability and defensibility too, to make sure that we don't just build open source software and then have some big company just like take all the open source software and then nobody gets paid, making sure that the contributors who are contributing to the fractal ecosystem can earn sustainable funding reliably. So I did a lot of work in thinking about that and how it should all be structured. Another thing there, I think I'm probably going past 5 minutes, but I figure that it's probably okay because I'm on section 8 of 10, and I haven't shared much, so I'm excited to share some of the stuff I've been working on. So, but feel free to jump in if either you want to jump in asking questions or just proceed to consensus ranking. Yeah, so and then there's also a lot of expenses that can be involved with these legal entities. So I was thinking about how to pay for those expenses. Like, for example, some of the like Nouns DAO and Uniswap DAO have been paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, and some of it on a recurring basis to pay for their legal infrastructure and accounting infrastructure and so forth, to be doing this in a compliant manner. So I thought a lot about these monetization frameworks and these overall paths towards sustainability so that we can set up the right kinds of legal structures and the right kinds of community structures to enable the sustainable growth and really bring fractal governance and fractal decision-making processes and respect games and so forth to the world. One thing I haven't commented on so much, Josh and I discussed a little bit at the 4-year anniversary, is that there hasn't been so much participation at Eden Fractal lately. I mean, I greatly valued that. Like we had an amazing episode with Zaal sharing all that he'd done, and there's a lot of great work going on with Zao Fractal. But Eden Fractal has been more quiet in terms of participation than it was in prior years. So I'm excited for a lot of this like research to like kind of be able to be implemented kind of turn that around in a way for Eden Fractal at least, and bring a lot of new kinds of enthusiasm and growth and attract more community members to fractal decision making processes and take together a lot of stuff we're building, and make it sustainable for people, which is one of the issues that we've had over the past years about how to fund it and do it in a way that people don't incur liabilities by doing so. And then, yeah, the Eden Creators cooperating system. There's a lot of tools, like skills. I worked a lot with ChatGPT voice mode. It's really powerful over the past 2 weeks. And I built like this voice chapter skill so I can listen to all the stuff that I've been building, and built out the transcript pipeline to turn recordings into verifiable community knowledge and projects and tasks and so forth. So there's a lot more there. And then, I should also note too, this stuff about like the community coins and a lot of this other work, it's just kind of like early stage research. So it I suppose it depends on how things shake out. But the main goal right now is like short term, launching of these next steps, I think, can help support our work, and then that can support future research going forward and provide paths towards further growth. So I suppose I'll wrap it up there. If anybody has any questions or comments for anybody, then feel free to share. Thanks all for the patience. That's all you gave me a heart when I mentioned that I could go a bit longer. So I appreciate that support there. And I think now would probably be a good time to start reaching consensus whenever ready, or at least if anybody has any questions for anybody, then feel free to share. And in the meantime, I'll also pull up the Fractogram app. I actually forgot to pull it up before, so I'll pull up the Telegram client, and then we can start to reach consensus there in a moment.
I'm sorry. At the end there, was there a question? I'm running around here a little bit.
Not really. There was just a question saying if you had any questions, then
Okay. Yeah,
it was.
no, I agree with you. I think finding a way to get some more um participation in Eden Fractal would be great. So like finding an easy way to have like a bot nudge people, like RSVP yes or no, even like even if it's not on fully on the Luma, or like remind them that like the Luma's there, or remind them like and check in with them 24 hours before, things like that could be very valuable. Because I know we have some people that just like I'm sure just like crazy busy with their days and would come in and participate if they remembered some days, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there will be a lot that we can explore for community engagement and reminding people to join. So I think that's a good idea. And then also, yeah, I've been like a lot of my presentation was about like legal stuff and technical stuff, and so I'm looking forward to starting to release some of that so I can focus more on like community engagement. And I've been messaging people here and there, but I think there's a whole bunch of stuff that we can do to better promote Eden Fractal and help support the wider fractal ecosystem to really invite many new invite and attract many more new participants and contributors, as well as people who have participated in the past but have been getting busy with other things. Also, by the way, I just shared the Telegram link too. It looks like you're both here because I invited you already. So when you're available, you can enter your account into the Telegram group so we can reach consensus. And yeah, if anybody does have any other comments or questions, especially if they'd be helpful for reaching consensus, then
I have
feel
a
free to share.
question
Yep.
or a big comment, or like the biggest contribution request I can have is I don't really see a reason for us to be sending um, a account um, each time.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I've like started to build towards or like started to ideate towards is like how do we not do that and like have just like if you've entered it once, it keep that. So I would love to do that at some point over this break, whether it's like or even put it in as a like some sort of submission in the future. But yeah, I think there's definitely a point of friction there and can be pretty easily solved.
Yeah. And here I was thinking that the one of the most fun parts was copying and pasting your 52-digit hexadecimal code for your public account into Telegram. Just kidding, of course. I agree. That's like a pretty major UX issue that we have that could be fixed in a lot of ways. I've also thought about that too.
Yeah, I
So,
mean it's all in my bot. So like in the you could probably have someone pretty easily, even you, like copy it out from the Fractal bot because like I have a dash register
mhm.
that it just registers the user's address. You could probably just like copy everything that I'm doing in Discord, but on Telegram. I wouldn't be that surprised if it would be pretty easy. And then actually just creating the bot in Telegram could be very valuable because everyone could just DM the bot
Mhm.
instead of joining a group. Everyone is just DMing the bot and the bot is pinging them. Who do you vote for? So like while you're having this like synchronous conversation, everyone's just looking at their DMs with the bot, and that gives you the interface such that they don't just have to be in Telegram. They can be in multiple places, right? So yeah, that's my opinion. I think that like using like even again like Telegram bot specifically DMing everyone instead of being in a group and doing everything the same way, but you're just not in a group with everyone. You can see everyone's tags if you want to DM them or talk to them there. But I think that that gives you the interface that then you can put that on the website. You can put that on a Discord bot if you did want to and say like I want to receive my back and forth messages through the Discord DM and authenticated through there or like some other place. Maybe it's a WhatsApp, right? Because someone
Mhm.
doesn't have either Discord or Telegram and you can bring WhatsApp people in. And I just thought of that in this just like short conversation right now. So I think it could be very valuable.
Yeah, yeah, I absolutely agree, and I think it's great that you've already pioneered and I think built a lot of that in Discord, so we can learn from what you've done there. And yeah, it reminds me, we had a discussion. It was probably like 6 months ago regarding it was at a town hall where we discussed about building a fractal app from first principles and doing it with spec-driven development and determining the specifications that we want and forming consensus on that as a community. And one of the things we discussed there was using agents. I think fairly similar to how you have it too, where you have some sort of either database or file that links together account, uh, say account addresses with usernames, and then has it where whenever they join, it's automatically linked either via like a deterministic bot or via a LLM that's in the group that just makes it easy for people to join, and then have it cross-platform so it works on Telegram, Discord, WhatsApp, or a web app or Matrix or different platforms like that. So that's also something I'm excited to get into as well. That the app that we're using is like it's all respect to Tadas for building this, but we've been using the same app for like 3.5 years or something now, and we haven't had much updates to it. So there's a lot that we can do to improve the usability, and I'm excited to focus on that in the next season. I think in addition to that, copying and pasting the addresses is also a lot of other improvements we can make too. So I'm excited to focus on that. I think that's probably the most important and valuable first thing we can do to make it easier, so that people don't have to deal with these long addresses and the repetitive copy and pasting every time. Yeah, so that's also something we can talk about with Tadas too. Tadas messaged me before the event today, and he said that he wasn't able to make it today, but he expressed thanks about Eden Fractal, and he says he's looking forward to catching up after he deals with some issues that he's having. So that's something we talk about with Tadas when we return from next season. Thanks all also for putting in your address. I see, Rosmari, you didn't do that. If you get a chance, you can put your address in the Telegram group. It's called EF144. But also, I can just go ahead and just create the level 6 poll and then enter in your AUM account as well. Of course, all if you wanted to respond to any of that we can keep talking about this. But otherwise, I'll also get the
Now let's do
level 6 poll
consensus.
up.
I kind of do have to go soonish.
Okay,
Uh,
sounds good. Well, we're voting for who should be ranked as level 6 now, and we're waiting for Rosmari's vote, I believe. Oh, actually, we have consensus now. So Zaal has level 6.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And then now we can vote for level 5. So who helped the second most? Okay, and it looks like I had voted for Rosmari, but Zaal voted for me. I think I've definitely contributed more, but I just appreciate Rosmari being here and think that she deserves more respect for what she's done. But I can also vote for myself too, because I don't know if Rosmari is voting right now. So I suppose I can change my vote to myself. Oh, actually, Zaal voted for Rosmari, I guess. I'm happy to go either way, really. All right, Zao voted for Rosmari, so Rosmari gets level 5. Sounds good. And then that means that I will get level 4. And we will go ahead. Zaal's clapping, throwing out their hearts and the confetti. And what we'll do now is, we have to elect a delegate. So, yeah, I also appreciate
Yeah, I'm
Rosmari's...
being a delegate for this one.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I plan to try and bring more people into fractals. So we'll see what we can do over this break and rock out.
Okay, sounds good. Just for reference or context, the term, I guess, would start like at the beginning of next season. So that's good with you, right? Where it'll start, there'll be 4
Yeah,
events
that's
starting next
perfect.
season. So between like September and November. Okay,
Yeah, no, perfect.
sounds good. Well, thanks all for being a delegate. Really appreciate it. And that means, I think in the delegates spreadsheet, I'm just checking that right now, and we have, we're going to have myself as a delegate, Tadas as a delegate, Rosmari, and Zaal. So we'll have 4 different councillors when we return for next season, and that's the way that we'll approve proposals. Currently, only Tadas has access to edit this spreadsheet that we've been using, so I'll make the proposal for that, and then Tadas can update that spreadsheet, and I will also generate in Telegram the results, and if you want to, you're encouraged to post this on chain, or you don't have to post on chain. I'll make the post, I suppose, but you can vote for the proposal. I just submitted the breakout respect game proposal, and then we'll make the proposal on chain on the ORDAO app, Eden.Fractals to elect Zaal a delegate formally, or just confirm that on chain, validate that on chain. And we have successfully played and completed and reached consensus in the Eden Fractal 144th respect game. And that also concludes our final respect game of season 12. So thanks so much, Zaal and Rosmari, for being here with us. Much respect to you both, and big thanks to everybody who's contributed to Eden Fractal over season 12, as well as the broader Fractal ecosystem too. Really appreciate it. Is there anything else we should share? I'm trying to load the website for Eden.Fractals, and for some reason it's taken a moment to load. But I'll put out the proposal in a moment, or perhaps after we wrap up. But yeah, already the proposal should be on chain for the respect distribution, and then I'll follow up with the delegate elect proposal after that. Zaal, Rosmari, do you have any other last thoughts before we wrap it up, or should we wrap it up and say go Eden Fractal, go Fractals up? I see Rosmari just actually shared her account. Oh, that's actually maybe why it didn't work, because I made a bad proposal. Yeah, thanks Rosmari for the reminder there. We almost didn't submit it properly, so I think that I don't know. I guess I'll have to cancel that other proposal because I think I already put it on chain by accident. And then I will. I don't remember how to do this account prompt. I think if I just do it again, then it'll work. Group number 1. Yes. So please do not actually try to. And that's probably why the page wasn't loading actually, because the proposal wasn't legitimate. That's my guess. Because it had nobody ranked at level 5. Anyway, yeah, it is loading now. Oops. I'll share my screen just so that can be confirmed on screen. Okay, so this is what I'll submit over here, and then I will go ahead and make a new proposal as well for the delegate afterwards. I need to talk with Tadas too about this website at some point because sometimes it gives me issues. But yeah, you can see that I made the custom signal proposal just to, I suppose, in the purpose of transparency, to start the Eden Fractal community events here. And so I'm going to make a similar custom signal proposal to elect Zaal as a delegate from a group 1 meeting for 144. But I suppose I'll do that afterwards because it'll take a moment to do that, and there's no need to do that on camera. And I haven't heard from either of you about anything else to discuss. Rosmari said she voted for me, and sorry, she'll enter her number soon, and she's good to wrap it up. Well, no worries, Rosmari. So we voted for you already, and Zaal
Yeah, I
has
got
to go soon. Okay, so how about we wrap it up here too, and maybe we'll end season 12 on a Go Fractals real quick.
Bet, let's do it.
Okay, sounds great. Well, thanks so much for being here with us. Once again, we'll return on September 10th. This has been a great season of Eden Fractal. And on the count of 3, we'll wrap up Go Fractals. 1, 2, 3. Go Fractals.
Go Fractals. Let's go.
Go Fractals. All right. See ya. Thanks all.